Welcome to episode 1 of the BD Sports Talk Podcast. My name is Bill, one of the hosts, along with co-host brothers and just all around good guys, Dean and Eddie. How you guys doing tonight?
What up?
What's going
Doing
on,
good.
man? Doing good. How are you?
Doing good. So before we get started, just wanted to say thank you to anyone who's watching and or listening to this episode. We greatly appreciate it. If you like what you see today, feel free to subscribe, comment on anything we talk about. We're open to any comments, and hit that notification bell so you know when we come out with future episodes. With that said, you guys have anything to add before we get started?
Yeah, man. I mean, Bill said he's open to comments, but he's open to pretty much anything. So whatever you suggest, he's probably gonna be all in on. But no, please, yeah, leave us some comments,
$10.
man.
$10,
$10
you get a
bucks,
double
the
bag.
guy. There's nothing he won't do.
He'll bang in the paint, man. He'll bang in the paint.
Literally,
Literally.
buckets of paint. Oh yeah, in the
Throwing
paint.
bows
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
Yeah, no, for sure. Give us comments. We'd love to respond. I mean, we're just gonna have fun, so please jump in.
100%. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Well, let's get this thing started off with talking about a little bit of Pistons basketball. As we know by now, the Pistons slid to number 5.
Yeah. It's dumb.
With
Hey,
that
we had like
said-
the best odds to get the 5th pick, so I guess it's not a
48%
surprise.
to be exact. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
I don't know how that's
Bold,
a thing, but
Don't get me started.
actually, get you started. We're gonna get you started right now.
I am gaslit right now.
I watched the YouTube clip of the Spurs last time they won the lottery and got Tim Duncan. Just like these guys. Upsets me. Same coach.
He's gonna have knee problems and stuff. It'll be another guy. It'll go as like 5.
I mean, I guess
That'll be the superstar of the class. It'll be like 5, I think.
You think 5?
Yeah.
I
Whoever
don't know,
falls
dude.
to it
It's
doesn't
like,
matter who it
you
is.
The NBA had to throw a bone back to Popovich, and he got what he got. Me and another dude were talking. I mean, called San Antonio getting that pick weeks ago. I mean, you just look at it, you're like, it's gonna be Portland or frickin' San Antonio. Like, I don't think it's actually rigged, but it felt like you knew what was gonna happen.
It felt like the Pistons were going to get the number 5 pick, is what it felt like, because that's what always happens.
Dude,
I mean,
once they got to the 9th pick and they were holding up the cards, I already expected to see the Pistons. I'm like, we're probably gonna get the 8th pick. Probably gonna get the 9th pick.
that wouldn't have surprised me if they were like, oh, they only have a 0.01% chance of getting the 7th pick, and guess what name gets pulled at the 7th pick? That would be them. So it was Greg Monroe.
Yeah.
Go.
There you go. Jeez.
Let's go.
He was solid.
Good on a
man.
bad Yeah, he looked good on a terrible
hit on
roster.
G Money, man. I mean,
I liked him, yeah, because
that's all we had.
Then he went to
all
the
we
Bucks, and then he just disappeared.
all
Then that was it. It's because he wasn't really that good.
That's it. I mean, he's really
Good enough to be in the
well,
league.
dude. You think about a guy like that, guy like Andre Drummond. They're like if you go to the Pistons with that kind of team, you might as well just be considered like a workhorse running back in the first round. Like you got about 5 to 8 years, man, and your knees are shot after that from having to grab 20 to 30 boards a night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Speaking of that, I don't hate the fact that they're not going to get Wembayama.
He's going to be injury prone.
I mean, I like Jaylen Duren. I mean, I get it. He's probably the better player. Not probably. He will be the better player. But Duren played pretty well last year as an 18-year-old rookie. I like him. I think they can build around them, and then whoever they draft at 5, if they draft someone at 5. they may trade out.
And they also have
Trade
they
up,
already
baby.
have they already have 5 centers
Trade.
as it is. You know what I mean? Like they don't really need another center given that the center that was available as
They got
Kevin
2
Durant like
centers,
skill
okay?
set, but
They got 2. Wiseman and frickin' Duran. Everybody after
beef
that's a
stew,
scrub.
baby.
Dude, he's a
Dude,
scrub. Dude,
get
you
your
can't
potatoes
build
ready.
around beef stew.
We got
Beef
the
stew needs to
coming.
be 8th. He needs to be 8th man of the year. Is who beef stew needs to be. He should not be bleeping, starter. He's not a starter guy.
He could be a 4. He's not
Yeah,
too
in like
undersized as a 4. He's a little,
1983.
if he could develop a shot, he could be a 4. At least a
You
6.
think
I
he's
could see
got
him being
time
like
to
a 6 or
develop a
7.
shot now? How old
He's
is this
only
guy?
like
He's been playing
24.
basketball his whole life. And now he's gonna develop a shot?
Yeah. Well, what was that guy on the Malik Monk or dang it. All right, I don't have any good examples. So, all right, fine. Yeah, no, he's terrible. he's terrible.
He's not terrible. He just shouldn't be somebody we're looking to as like, hey, we also got beef stew ready to go.
Marketing, man.
Nobody is gonna be like, oh yeah, the Pistons are on. Beef stew's ready to go.
They should start selling stew at the stadium. Big bowl
might
of
as
beef
well.
stew, baby.
That's the best thing you can get at the game right now. So
yeah, no, that's fair. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Who do you think they take, or who
That's
do you
right.
think they should take?
Who do I think they should take?
Yeah.
It depends on the situation, man. You know how many factors I got into this? Not many. A couple.
I'm done.
You want
I
a
got a
more
couple of
report
guys.
on the Pistons? All right. Well, so let's just talk about if nothing changes, they stand pat and they're just at 5. Who should they take? Right?
Yeah.
That's tough, man. It depends. If Amen Thompson gets there, I like him. Although he's more of a guard, he's still big enough to, what we need is somebody out on the wing.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously. So the Twins, I'm not totally sold on as being ideal for us. I really kind of like Horace Walker out of Houston. Really good defender, which we are so bad on defense.
Jarris?
We were just so Jarris. That's it.
And they're bad on offense too.
Well, yeah, but the dude can shoot. Dude's got some athletic ability. Okay, I like that guy. Cam Whitmore is obviously somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I had to choose right now, I guess I'm going to go with Horace out of Houston.
Jarris.
But there's a couple different. Jarris.
You keep calling him Horace.
Is it Jarris or
I think a Horace Grant. I don't know. I want him to be Horace Grant.
It's spelled the same, but with a J, isn't it?
No, it's J-A.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I guess Horace.
A podcast, dude.
I say the name, and I think of Horace Grant just because of the name. But they could. I mean, if he played like Horace Grant, that would be
maybe
a game changer.
That's not a terrible
for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Maybe he's Spanish and the J is like
Horace.
Horace.
No, I'm with you. I think if they stay at 5, I think they go with Walker or Whitmore. Do they take Brandon Miller if he were to fall that far?
Yeah,
I think that.
You take best available if somebody falls from the top.
I don't see why they need another guard.
You take best available anyway, but
you know what I mean. Not that high when you have Cade and Ivy.
I would not be upset if they took Scoot. If he fell to them at 5, he's probably probably the most NBA ready guy in the draft, like ready to go, play day one. I mean,
Right.
the dude's built, he's athletic, he's playing really well. And I know it's like, yeah, we got Ivy, we got Cunningham, but it's like, dude, Cunningham's down all the time. You're not running it with one guy. And I'll get to another point about that later because I got other thoughts about Scoot. But I would not be upset. That's the only guard that you can take that they should take in the draft at all.
Right.
If that falls. Other than that, it's like, so you just want to send guys to the G League, or I mean, what are we doing? Because we just don't have the
someone. You need someone that's going to be able to play this year.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to win,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, if Cade plays this year, that would help.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still so young. They could pull a Thunder,
Super young.
Oklahoma City Thunder, and just wait 2 years and let them develop.
We're
let them
young,
all
but
play
dude,
together.
I think Cade's
it
got
worked
like
out for
what
them.
one or Cade's got maybe 2 years left.
I'm going to say this, but Cade he's becoming on the cusp of being a bust at that number 1 pick for sure. At this point, he just can't stay healthy. If he could
Who do
stay
you
healthy,
like at 5? Who do you like at 5?
I mean, you both made good points. Like Amen Thompson. I mean, from that overtime elite place or whatever, that semi-pro. I mean, he could shoot the ball. I mean, either one of him or his brother. But I don't know. I think they should look into Cam Whitmore personally, just because of the athleticism. I don't know. I think he could develop. Usually those types of guys end up being pretty good or really bad. So, I mean, it's a 50-50.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the only thing that gets me with Cam Whitmore, because I originally had him right there. I'm like, I like Cam Whitmore, just physically, type of skills. But he didn't really, on an average Villanova team, he didn't really do anything this year.
It's fair.
And it's like, now he's going to be 5th pick. You're expecting him to start right away. I mean, dude's just, he's going to end up sitting behind freaking Marvin Bagley or something, dude. I mean, Beef Stew's going to get his minutes, man. I mean,
Beef Stew will probably be the starter.
Probably.
I don't know if I think Bagley probably won't come back. I think they don't have him next year.
He might have been on.
We'll see.
I think. I don't quote me on that, but I think they only had him this season. I could be wrong.
Well, we had him at the end of the season prior,
Walker
right?
Wouldn't be a bad choice.
And then, yeah. Well, I guess we'll see, man.
I guess it's a toss up. I mean,
I like Walker because he can shoot a 3.
Yeah,
it just spreads the floor out some more. You need someone like Jokic.
Modern
dude.
day.
I was watching that game last night. That dude threw up some absurd shots and was putting them in.
Yeah,
absurd.
He's a stud, dude. It's kind of funny because like he could have won the freaking MVP again.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could definitely give it to him. It's ironic that the year he doesn't get it, they're going to the finals on a sweep of the
first time. It was their first time.
The Breakers. I don't know. I just made that up. I apologize to people listening to this.
I don't think any of the 3 of us.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the 3 of us like LeBron at all.
No.
But he had like 40 points last night.
He's a freaking stud. I mean, we don't deny that.
No mistaking that guy is, respect the game. Hate the player. Just the fact that the Cavaliers and them playing against the Pistons in the playoffs.
The Cavs, dude,
if it wasn't for all that,
yeah.
I probably wouldn't hate LeBron.
Gets me.
Yeah,
I can't stand the flopping. And then he was saying he doesn't, or he hasn't played on a team that flops or whatever. And it's like, come on, man. I saw some
Anderson Varejao on your team. The guy's the biggest flopper.
He had himself on the team. Look it up. There are tons of compilations of LeBron flops that are just outrageous.
100%. Would you hate it if he played for Detroit for 20 years?
Nope.
Hell no.
I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But
I would soak it up.
He
Dude.
wasn't
I'd
a
be
Piston.
flopping in a pickup game against my 7-year-old son.
He could have signed with the Pistons immediately after beating them in the Eastern Conference Finals. So he'd be like, "Yeah, let's go, LeBron!
Let's go, LeBron!"
Jersey. I'd be like, "Oh man, get my 23 chain on."
Oh, dude, yeah, get the whole chain, get it all.
Let's go. The LeBron tattoo. I mean, let's go.
No question. If we had won the lottery in 2003,
I mean, we kind of did. If we didn't take Darko,
you don't think
we were the only?
I mean,
team.
I think we still win the championship with LeBron in 04.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that stinks is like thinking of how Tayshaun Prince never would have got to develop.
They would have never traded for
and
Sheed.
become like that guy. Yeah, they probably wouldn't have traded for Sheed. You know, you think about all that, but
to be in the finals 5 straight years in a row, that would.
I mean, it was nice just making it to the Eastern Conference Finals for 4 years in a row.
I still brag about that. Like, this is winning 4 times in a row. You know,
best 5 alive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, the glory days.
Those are awesome.
So speaking of that, you guys have a favorite for them? G's and Pete's. Do you guys have a favorite? Yeah, favorite head coach?
Number 1, not Kevin Ollie. Please, God. It'll be the straight up Steve Carell from The Office. If freaking they sign Kevin Ollie. No. Like just crying in my office. I swear. Look, I mean, maybe he ends up being okay. Right? But dude, I mean, the guy doesn't even coach college ball right now.
I know.
And how is he? And it's like, Troy Weaver, stop. Freaking stop, dude. Because Kevin Ollie can't be our guy. Okay? I mean, how are we going to get better? How would we attract anybody else to want to play in Detroit if we sign Kevin Ollie, who might end up being a fine NBA coach, but he hasn't, and he got fired at UConn. So it's like, give me a break. And that wasn't your question.
No, that's fine.
Well, I mean, that was part of it. Yeah, that was your not to hire.
Pie in the sky, Monty Williams. Okay, I like that. I think he would, make other people think like, okay, maybe Detroit's serious.
Maybe draw some talent in.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
You,
I mean, that's just one. I got a couple others, but I'll let you go, man.
No.
I'm just saying, I want to give other people a chance to hop in before I say names.
Don't take all the names,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to take all the names before you get.
I'm 6'8", 240 pounds.
I don't really know.
Kevin.
This coach has got all the X's and O's.
I don't even really know who's available other than.
Well, let me help you out with that.
Nick Budenholzer, right? Is that his name?
Mike. Yeah. But that would be.
Is it Mike? Yeah. I mean, other than that, I really can't think of anybody else. Jason Kidd. maybe he'll stop coaching Dallas or whatever. Maybe come coach Detroit.
I don't think it will happen, but
yeah, you're right.
No. Yeah. Doc Rivers.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
But I'm on the Monty train.
I mean, Monty's great. He developed those young guys out there in Phoenix. I mean, I think he definitely caught the short end of the stick as far as the scapegoat on that, but they weren't making the adjustments. I mean, ultimately it falls on him, right? You can't blame Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, right? They'll never let that happen.
Right.
Or DeAndre Ayton, which if we got Monty Williams, DeAndre Ayton, no, actually they hate each other. So I'm out. I'm out on him anyway because I think Jaylen Duren could be at least as good as Ayton, if not better.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse is another guy that's out there. That'd be solid. And a pie in the sky guy, not pie in the sky, because Monty Williams was pie in the sky. I already said that.
Yeah.
But outside the
Two
box, not happening, but would be interesting. Mark Jackson. When I bring Mark Jackson back into the fold, I mean, he was there. He started the Splash Brothers. We got a couple young dudes that could do some things,
Yeah.
He's out there. He's available. He hasn't coached in a while, but I think that would at least bring some interest.
Until they get good. And then
Until they get good, then you got to kick his ass out. Yeah. Oh, not Jeff. Hey, you know what? I'll stand up for his brother. Stan. I'll stand up for Stan because this goes into some other stuff.
It's going to be tough, man.
I think, all right, let's have a big off season. Detroit could have a big off season. There's no way this is happening, but in my dreams, and it'd be a little bit crazy, but we somehow trade for Jaylen Brown.
That's not crazy. I've heard rumors of them.
Cade Cunningham and the number 5 pick for Jaylen Brown. And we give him a max contract. I'll tell you what, dude. Obviously. I like Cade, and I think he's got a ton of potential. And I don't know if it's true injuries or they're just like, okay, we're gonna suck,
like
kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's 100% what it is at all, but I think that might be a little bit of it. Like, don't force yourself back. But I think with Jaden Ivey, Jaylen Brown, and if you mortgage a little bit of the future, get Scoot Henderson, now you're talking. If you can move up, because Portland's looking to trade out of 3.
And Beef Stew.
Yeah, Beef Stew's still there.
Yeah,
there's still.
Maybe we throw in Beef. We'll give Beef to Portland for the number 3 pick. They're not going to take 3 for Beef, but you got to throw a little extra something in there.
Straight up. 3
Nobody's trading the 3rd pick in the 2nd round for Beef.
You know who you could really
let alone the first round.
You know what would really spice up the pot is if you traded Bogdanovich.
I think that's in the cards.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised we ended up keeping him through the rest of this year.
Yeah. The way he was playing.
He played
really
well.
I mean, he's playing well.
Winning, so it's like, try to get rid of him while he's playing. I'll get something for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of things could come together if you can get somebody that's not Kevin Ollie. I mean, I would be freaking stoked, man, if they made a move. At least say you're gonna go in on Jaylen Brown, right? Because it looks like that's a situation that's splitting up. Maybe they don't, but if you could go all in on that, I mean, I think that kid ends up leaving and potentially being like James Harden when he left Oklahoma City.
Just scoring nonstop.
Scoring, and he's a plus defender.
Yeah, he's a good defender.
It's just not working out in Boston. And I think Cade would be great in Boston because I think that's what Tatum needs. Now,
more of a facilitator.
They're looking at Dame. So that's why I don't think we have any shot. Because if they could trade for Dame Lillard, then they're just going to do that.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Dame and Cade are like the same player, bro.
That's if he wants to leave, though.
I don't even think Jaylen Brown would agree to leave. Oh, you talking about Dame Lillard?
Yeah.
Depends on what they do in the draft. Because if they draft a point guard that Scoot Henderson, then Dame probably isn't going to want to stick around.
I don't think he wants to ever leave Portland. And if you're Portland, why would you
say that at one point?
I know. That's what I'm saying. And if you're Portland, why would you give up a top 10 player? And he wants to stay. That's just revenue alone.
Well, the trade was Jaylen Brown for Dame Lillard. So like that's good for Portland. Yeah, Dame Leonard. So that's good for Portland too. Right? That's good for Portland. It's good for Dame. If he doesn't really want to leave Portland, then obviously it wouldn't be great for him. But I think at the end of the day, he's going to start thinking, where's my chance at a freaking title, dude?
Right.
You know, and if they don't pull anybody out there, I mean, Boston's a great situation.
Is Chauncey still the coach out there? Billups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Portland?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good for him.
Yep. So I told you guys there'd be a surprise question, but it's more like your thoughts. I saw something today
4 inches. Bill.
where. All right.
On a good day.
11 inches all around here, huh?
From underneath.
Oh, yeah.
From underneath.
I saw a post today on Facebook that Carmelo retired.
Yeah.
And they said who should get the number retired, Jokic or Carmelo in Denver?
I mean, if they win the title, it's obvious.
Right? There were people that are like, it's got to be Carmelo.
Did
I'm
Melo
like-
ever win an MVP?
I don't think he won one.
Did he? So I think already, if you're going to pick one or the
Well,
other,
that's the
you gotta-
thing
I don't
too.
know, dude.
But they're
Dude,
like,
He's taken him farther than Melo ever did. He
Yeah.
never took him to the
Yeah.
finals, did he? No, did he
Not
take him to
that-
the
No.
that I
Western
recall.
Conference finals?
no, this is the first time they've been in the finals.
So
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, Melo.
you know, the people that claim for that are, you know, the folks that are like our age who grew up in Denver. Right. I mean, Melo carried those guys for some time until they got
Oh,
AI.
for sure.
And then they were, you know, a nice little duo, but they just weren't. There was no D.
They
You
were
know,
actually
they weren't
better.
stopping anybody.
Right.
They were better with Chauncey and Carmelo than they were with AI and Melo. They went farther in the playoffs.
Oh, later on.
Yeah.
Later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty interesting because I'm like, man, Jokic has won 2 MVPs. Now they're in the finals. I mean, I get the one side because they, you know, a lot of people were like, well, Carmelo turned that franchise around. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get it. But when I think of Carmelo Anthony, honestly, I think of him in New York.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%,
That's
dude.
fair.
Yeah, when I think of Carmelo, I usually picture him in a Knicks uni. Sometimes I think of that number 15 out in Denver. You know, not often, but I mean, he was a stud out there. I mean, for sure, dude. And he carried those guys.
No.
You know, who was the next best guy? Andre
I was
Miller?
going to say Jokic does have a little bit more help than Melo.
I mean,
other than
Jamal
AI.
Murray, but name another guy.
right.
Name another guy.
I don't
Right
watch
now.
enough Nuggets games. I couldn't tell you.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I've been watching
You
I've been
know?
watching some playoff basketball. Aaron Gordon, isn't that weird?
He's been D'ing up, man.
Dude, he's been pretty good. I mean, he's always kind of been good though.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
That's
he
all.
was fading away in Orlando.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have help in Orlando. It's like Denver, right? I
Mhm.
mean, you got to have help. It's like Detroit. You're gonna have
Right.
to
Yeah.
get something because the big guys aren't just gonna go there.
For sure.
It's just
You have
not.
to either
They're-
trade for him or draft him. That's the only way you're
Yeah.
getting them to Detroit.
I mean, that's what I was hinting at earlier, thinking about Stan VanGundy, because you know what? He was not great, but at least he made the push, right? He traded for
did.
Blake Griffin. We would
I'll
never,
give him that.
Blake Griffin would have never just signed with Detroit.
Right.
No.
You know, they brought him there, and that was the last times we made the playoffs. Because I mean, the dude carried us.
He did. He was a lot better than I thought he was going to be when we got him too.
I mean, he played
Not
hard.
just
I
because-
didn't
yeah.
expect that.
And he developed that 3-point shot. I mean, but yeah, he played his ass off. You're not wrong. He had
dude.
to. For
He
us
had no
to get
choice.
the 8th seed and get swept in the
Just
first
to get
round.
swept,
he had to work his ass
dude.
off. That poor guy
We
ruined
wasted
the
his
rest
la-
of his career. His
We
knees are done.
ruined his last good years. Straight
we
up.
wouldn't
dude.
we wouldn't let him go.
Well, you gotta stay.
You're sticking
indentured
that
servitude.
contract out, buddy. Thanks for signing when you were in LA. Now we have you for the next 4 years.
That's the best we can do,
man.
That's why I'm like,
that's literally it.
You got to trade for. That's why I think of if there was any chance at a guy like Jaylen Brown, be like sign trade, max contract extension. We have young guys in place that you can grow with. I mean, there's no way, right? There's just
Right.
it's just not going to happen. But that's the only way to, I think, even save the off season.
There is a plan B, and that's draft Bronny Jr. when he's available, and then LeBron comes with him for that 1 year, baby.
Oh, dude.
I don't care if we get him
Bron will just
number
retire.
1 overall. We're taking LeBron, baby.
He's like, nah, you know what? I wanted to play with my kid.
Let's go.
Yeah. Bron's gonna be like, I wanted to play with my kid. Not anymore. He's gonna go full. He'll go full Eli Manning on us. John Elway. They won't. They'll just be like, nah, dude. I'm just not signing. I'm not showing up.
No, I guess you're not playing basketball.
Yeah. Just hard line the guy.
Just sorry.
Good luck out there at Arby's, bro.
Yeah.
We're fast food workers, go to die. Oh man.
So with that said, right now off the top of your head, rank the teams with the most ready future in Detroit. Dean, you go first.
Starting from
Off the top of the dome.
From lowest to
like least amount of promise to there's a chance.
The most amount of promise.
Yeah. Just right now. Boom.
Detroit Shock.
Literally zero promise.
Zero promise. They're not even around here anymore. Right now, I couldn't even off the top of my head. I don't know, Pistons.
We're projecting out how far here? Just
Pistons,
next
Red
3
Wings,
to 5.
Tigers.
We'll say the most
Lions.
ready. The most ready.
Most
to
ready.
have a long way to go.
Most ready to win a title.
Most ready. From not a chance to they're the best chance in Detroit. So, Dean, you had the Pistons, Tigers,
Red Wings,
Tigers,
then Lions.
Okay. Ed?
I'm going to go with Tigers at 4. Wings are easy 3 because they're just kind of middling. It's hard to know where the Yzer plan's going anymore, honestly. I thought they'd take a bigger jump this year. That was probably naive, but they're at least making progress, just not substantial. And then they got screwed in the lottery again, and of course the freaking Blackhawks got first. Anywho, number 2, I go with the Pistons because we got that young core. I mean, if they make a jump, they could do something. Cade's got to play full season before we really know, but they got young, talented guys who could make a jump, and you add a couple pieces. I mean, who knows? They could make the playoffs.
You're never
the
wrong.
East is
You're
weak.
never wrong.
And obviously Lions are 1.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
at the current moment, yeah.
Right.
For sure. What about you?
I would actually say it'd be the Pistons, Red Wings, Tigers. I know that's crazy but I think the Tigers have played well. I don't think they're that far off. I guess, I don't know. It's off the top of my head.
That's not crazy because Dean said Tigers at number 2 also, right? Yeah.
I mean, they're playing good ball. I just maybe instead of the Tigers at 2, the Red Wings at 2. I mean, it's kind of 2A, 2B, really. I mean, like you said, I don't think the Pistons are that far off, but
in your guys' weak ass opinion, yes, they're 2A and 2B.
But yes,
I only say that about
What's that?
Number one. I was just saying, I only say Tigers at 4 because I just don't see anything in the pipeline that says
That's
we're
true.
going to get
That's
better
true.
off of what we have.
I was gonna say the Pistons and Tigers are very closely interchangeable on my list, for sure. It really depends on what the Pistons do in the draft and free agency. Ask me again.
Yeah.
Ask me again after
We'll
the draft.
revisit it. We'll revisit
We'll
it.
come back.
In, a couple months.
Late
and
June.
Like with the 5th pick, the Pistons draft Ernie Sims, linebacker.
Yeah, no
What?
shit.
No.
Oh man.
He turned out to be
he had a couple
disappointing
years.
though.
He had a couple
of
years.
okay years. Then he got hurt a lot.
But
Anyway,
no, yeah, number one would be Lions. So that's pretty unanimous.
And why do you think that?
Why? I mean,
watch Hard Knocks.
out
Bro.
of the 4,
No,
out of the 4, I mean, they've shown the most improvement, right? I mean, you go from being terrible to having a winning record. I guess we'll see this year. Which brings me to my point of, I saw something on that PFF, Pro Football Focus, listed them as the 13th best roster in the NFL and projected under 9 wins.
Ooh.
Yeah. 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 I was like, man.
That's a tough pill. Man.
Good. That gives us that underdog again.
I mean, I don't mind the roster part, but man, under 9 wins.
How do you? They're really good, but they're probably going to be bad.
They said
again, they got us again.
From what I read, they said that the offense didn't make any true progression, and that they'd probably digress this year. Not digress, but I guess not repeat.
That's fair with an entirely new backfield and DJ Chark being gone and Jameson Williams being suspended the first 6 games. I mean, I could see that, I guess.
I mean, yeah. I mean, right now, you couldn't even really say that the backfield's going to be better because we haven't even seen it on the field together, right?
Them together.
So,
yeah.
And obviously, Swift and Williams worked out pretty well. I mean, I don't know. I was never sold on DeAndre Swift totally anyhow. And I think Hard Knocks probably pushed more of that into my head because of, he seemed soft before, and then Deuce getting after him, maybe it'd be like, yeah, okay, that confirms it.
Did you see? Did you see that he said he didn't like how they portrayed him on there?
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, don't act like a little bee, and they won't portray you that way. I mean, hey, man, he's lucky I'm not in the NFL. I'll tell you that right now.
He couldn't handle this.
He couldn't handle it.
You see these 35-year-old shoulders?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know I can only go my right shoulder.
You can't even do it.
I can't even tackle him with my left shoulder. Bust my AC joint again. But yeah, I mean, Gibbs has already tweaked an ankle. That's serious. Might as well be an ACL at this point. And then I really, I mean, in general, I have a hard time thinking Montgomery is not a definite upgrade over Jamal Williams. Just all around running back ability.
I agree.
Williams is solid, but I think Montgomery is better and with a better line to play behind. Guy's going to be a stud. I think Gibbs can be extremely Swift-esque and should end up being better than Swift was.
Yeah.
Should.
I agree.
Yeah.
I see that. But I don't see our receiver room better.
No.
So Pro Football Focus has them at under 9 wins. Dean, what do you have them at?
Like their full season?
Yeah,
Full season.
yeah.
I got him at 11-6. 11-6, 12-5 at the very top. And that'd be like the best I could see them doing is 12-5. But I have them at 11-6.
Okay. Do you have them winning on Thanksgiving? They play Green Bay.
I do.
Yeah, me too. Eddie?
I mean, I got 17-0, baby. Whew. Yeah, you know I do. You know I do.
They beat the Chiefs week 1.
Come on,
17-0.
baby. Oh, you kidding me? It's going to be a blowout.
Chiefs be lucky to score the ball.
They will be lucky.
Hutch's going to have 8 sacks that day.
Just based off face paint.
I wish you'd put 1 mark for each sack.
Every time he goes there.
Like pride stickers on his face.
No, I got him at 11-6 also. I mean, realistically, and it's weird saying realistically because I feel like I'm overshooting it too. Just based on history and life. Yeah. You know, you're like 11-6.
Yeah.
I mean, and PFF's not wrong. I don't see us way better on offense than we were a year ago. I mean, our offensive line's a year older. You know, our running backs, our new receiver room's the same.
Minus DJ Chark.
Minus Chark. And I guess Marvin Jones, I'm not sure he's as good as DJ Chark. For what you want out of that position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High veteran, though.
Yeah. Oh, no. Quality guy to have in the room. Yeah. I mean, I like Marvin Jones. I like him a lot.
Wish he'd catch with his hands, but
there's nothing I wouldn't do for Marvin Jones.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for number 0.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for Jones Jr.
Agent 0.
Yeah. But yeah.
Mr.
No, 11-6. Winning on Thanksgiving.
We always want them to win on Thanksgiving, right?
Well, I mean, usually that's the game where everyone's like, well, great, the Lions are playing at noon. I really wish they wouldn't anymore. You see that
anymore,
every year. You know?
I don't know, dude. I was pumped for that Bills game.
I know.
Yeah,
well, we were.
Yeah.
The rest of the nation wasn't.
Before the season.
Until they watched the game.
Yeah. Before the season, I'm like, yeah, I mean, because I felt good going into the season. And then obviously we were 1-6. So I wasn't as excited. But then we were getting some momentum going. But I was excited preseason to see they were playing the Bills. I'm like, okay, big team. I was also worried that it was going to be like when Peyton Manning rolled into town on Thanksgiving and threw 6 or 7 touchdowns.
He just Matt Flynn us. That's what I call the 6 or 7 touchdown days.
Was it Thanksgiving when was it Brady? They played the Patriots and was Alfonso Smith on the team?
Oh yeah.
Was that Thanksgiving where you got like turned around and
yeah.
Was it a Thanksgiving game? Was it a Thanksgiving game?
I don't know.
It could have been a Thanksgiving game, but
I do recall Alfonso Smith looking really stupid.
Oh my gosh. That poor guy. That ruined his career. That ended it right there for him.
It was at that point in time in our history, it was probably ruined when he just signed the contract.
when he joined the team, he ruined it.
Well then,
yeah, that was.
Well, I guess really the most important game coming up then would be the NFL season opener, which would be first primetime game.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Let's freaking go.
Banner raising week 1. The Super Bowl champs. 2 division favorites. Who you got? Who you got? Woo! Who you got?
All right. Do you want my bias opinion or
Well, we all know what the bias opinion is.
Oh yeah, it's Lions all day. I was in a pick'em league, And I picked the Lions every single week, and they lost 13 games that year. Every week. They're like, you sure you want to pick the Lions? Every week. When they do win,
no question.
I'm the only one.
They started putting in a button for you. They're like, are you
pretty
sure?
much. I was like, it's automatic. Just make sure that one's in.
That's a lock.
I mean,
dude, the year they didn't win a game, I had bet before the season started every game. I said they were gonna have a winning record. I bet I think it was $10 a game, right?
Oh man.
And I settled halfway through the season. And I just paid out another $30 or $40 just to like settle it.
Yeah, so just give me 100 right now and let's just call it a day. I can't afford $170, man.
That bias is there, man. I mean, you just believe it's your team.
Yeah. You want them to win, so.
Dude, I hope they do Hard Knocks in season with the Lions this year.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Dude, that'd be.
I think that'd be better than the actual. I didn't even watch the Cardinals one because I was like, I don't care. But
I've never watched an in season. I've never watched an in season Hard Knocks.
No, neither have I. That was the first Hard Knocks I've really like sat and watched. What's the one?
Well, yeah, sure.
I mean, why not, right?
It makes you wonder if they're going to because of all the prime time they gave them.
Yeah,
and based off of
plus 2 games that can be flexed to prime time too. So it's like they could end up with like 7 primetime games.
It's like, I'm
it's wild. No, but realistically, I have them losing to the Chiefs in a close game. I'm hoping it's like a field goal touchdown.
Eddie, what do you think?
Easy win.
Easy
win.
Easy done.
Who do the Chiefs even have? They got a scrub fake quarterback. Scrub.
He's not
fake tight end.
System.
Scrub.
7th round running back.
Scrub.
Offensive line. Hardly even there. Hutch is going to town. James Houston is going to town. Cam Sutton is going to town, baby. Let's go. It's time, baby. It's a blowout. Week 1. Mark it. It's happening.
So what's your
Emmanuel Mosley going to town. Tracy Walker first came back. Going to town. Jack Campbell going to town.
Tackling machine. Tackling few.
Tackling few. No, we probably lose. We probably lose. I'm excited though, man. I hear conflicting things like, oh, it'd be better if they lost a close one. It'd be better this or that. It's like, no, dude. It's better if you win.
I want to win.
You win, it's better. I don't care if there's expectations. You win that game. Take those expectations and you play like a championship team. Right. And if you can't handle it, you weren't ready anyway.
Right.
Sure.
That's where I'm at. I don't know, dude. They'll probably lose. Defending Super Bowl champs, raising the banner, all that stuff. Patrick Mahomes, maybe easily one of the greatest quarterbacks already ever. Yeah. Could be the greatest of all time. Probably not, but could be.
Never know.
At their place, it's probably a loss. But damn it, I want them to win so freaking bad, man.
Jacked up on week 1. You know, it's not like it's week 2 Thursday night where it's like, ugh.
Think about this. Put yourself in this position just for a real quick second.
Got it.
Friday morning, you wake up. Yes. They've lost 42-10. Where are you? Where are you thinking about the rest of the year?
I'm at work. because I got to work that Friday. That's where
Why
I'm
even-
at.
Why even go in?
That's true.
Why even go into work? Why even continue living?
Oh, jeez. Okay, I didn't play in the
Why?
game. I don't need to do any of that.
No, you do. They need you.
They do need me.
42-10. You have to watch that whole thing. We'll be talking about it. What's that going to be like? What's your projection then? Let's say if they lose 42-10, are you still sitting at 11-6?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not so sure.
I mean,
I am because
There's-
generally like that last year. I think they get smacked in the mouth like that right away. I think the coaching staff alone is going to reel those guys in, and they're going to be like, "Oh wow, we can get beat pretty badly by good teams," you know. So I don't know. I think that might be a good thing if they get smacked in the mouth like that right away.
And I mean,
man.
that defense is still.
I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
That defense is still super young. You know what I mean? Like all the way, pretty much across the board. I mean, I don't know. They look good at the end of the year, but now you're putting in Jack Campbell. You're trying to get Brian Branch in. You got guys that came in that haven't played together. You know what I mean? Week 1 against the Super Bowl champions at Arrowhead. You know,
well, playing together only depends on your scheme, right? If you're going to have Cam Sutton man up, then it doesn't matter who you're playing with. You're manned up.
Right.
And that's where it's also where he's a stud. He's not a big zone guy. You put him on their best guy and you see what happens. And the dude's been pretty darn good.
I mean, they're going to have to blitz him all night.
Well, yeah.
They're going to have to blitz him all night.
I mean, you don't put pressure on Mahomes. You're asking to lose 42-10.
Right. You're gonna lose 42 to something. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, straight up. Yeah, they're gonna put pressure. I mean, that's gonna leave. That's why Kelsey gets what he gets because they have to put pressure. That pressure has come from the middle a lot of the time. Bring that extra guy there, and you got to try and bring, your nickel guy or bring a safety down to try and cover that middle area, and it's usually too late because he's right there. But no, you got to bring that pressure. You got to hope Hutch can get it done. He's going to be fired up, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a guy you're like, for a game like that, like, I'm not worried about that guy.
So
he's bringing it.
Right. So if Hutch starts, obviously Hutch is starting. Who starts on the other end? Aquara?
I was going to say Romeo probably to start the season, and then him and Houston will probably rotate quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens in training camp, right?
Right.
That's also true.
Houston might win it might just take it.
Up. Yeah.
I mean, either one of those guys as your depth feels pretty good, and which is why they didn't take somebody like that right at the top, I think. But
I also think they view Houston as more of like a pass rusher than he is like a run stopper type of guy. So I think I mean, obviously he had 7-8 sacks last year in half the season. So, and he only really played in passing situations. I don't ever remember seeing him stop a run. You know what I mean? But was he out?
It's a bummer because we probably won't even see. Unless Campbell is just a monster, I can't imagine he's going to be starting out there against the Chiefs week 1.
No
national game. You're gonna have Anzalone out there who's gonna get tuned up. He's just gonna get tuned up.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, I mean, unless he can play like he did for like 5 games last year, he's gonna get freaking tuned up. And there's no way Mahomes and Kelsey don't take advantage of Anzalone there, that probably worries me as much as anything. But it's like, if Campbell's ready, you got to play him because he's just athletically so much better than Anzalone.
I wonder if
our white knights. Linebacker.
Yeah.
Let's get all three of them boys out there at once. It'll
I
be
mean,
a wall.
you almost go one linebacker and bring in an extra corner.
I mean,
You know what I
think
mean?
They already do that a lot as is.
That's why I
Be
think
running a ton
that's
of
what I
nickel.
think you're gonna have to do.
But you got to have that pressure. That's
True.
where people fall on an issue with Kansas City. If you
You
don't
just
bring
gotta-
the pressure, he's just going to frickin' pick you apart.
And
Well, then
Patrick Mahomes can run too. So it's
You're
like,
right.
Yeah.
And
no
I can run.
lookers and-
I mean, yeah. But I guess then that's where you got to count on Hutch and Houston or Hutch and Aquara.
Huge Houston.
You know,
Can't
You know,
blitz
you
all
got.
game.
I really hope Campbell's ready to go and that the moment's not too big because he's just going to be such an upgrade over Anzalone, I think, especially in the passing game, just based on his athletic ability. That would mean a lot for that game specifically. You know, you're gonna have Rodrigo out there. That's probably where Houston pops in on passing downs. Houston subs in for Rodrigo. You have him blitzing off the edge, and then you have Anzalone or Campbell, and you know your other strong side linebacker playing there too. But I don't know, man. That's why they're the champs, right? I mean,
Right.
Their matchup issues everywhere, and it's based off of having the best quarterback in the league.
mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of one of our safeties covering Kelsey a lot, like Kirby,
Gonna
or
have
Tracy
to.
Walker, Brian Branch, CJ
got
DJ.
to, man. Yeah.
So one of those guys is definitely going to be on him pretty
If
much.
we're playing man, you gotta have one of those guys on him. You can't
100%.
risk it on.
You can't let Anzalone or
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Which I think it'll end up being, if it goes that way, I think it will go to Gardner Johnson.
Probably.
I think he's your best option, you know, because you still have Walker and
Kirby
Kirby. Yeah.
and Brian Branch, who I think they'll play mostly nickel slot corner.
I would imagine you'd got
Maybe even a little like coverage linebacker type of position.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
Absolutely.
a monster type of thing. You know what I mean?
it'll be exciting regardless.
Yeah.
You know,
They got a lot of talent.
until
the field.
you said 42-10.
I'm just saying, dude. I mean, how do you feel? You wake up the next day.
Well, you don't
get
feel
crushed
good,
42-10.
right? You don't feel great about it, but you'll like we said, you also got to understand that, man, week 1 season opener, it's not a week 10 Thursday night game. That's kicking everything off.
But for me, that's the difference.
Well, yeah, I get it. I mean, I get your point too.
I want us to be. I mean, we all do.
Right.
Want to be on that level, and if we can't, we're just not there. If that's what happens, we're obviously just not there.
Right.
And that's what it would feel to me, that we're just. If the Chiefs roll in and smoke us 42-10, then that's where they're at, and that's where we're at
To start the season, yeah.
to start the season. Yeah, but
Long season.
it's the start of the season for them too.
I mean, they started
You
one.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Like
they're-
they're
and then they
ready
came
to
around at the
freaking
end.
go.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
but we
they're
didn't
the
make the
champs.
playoffs.
I know, but they were good.
Yeah, I don't want to start 1-6 and finish 9-8.
I'm
not
not
make the
saying they're going to
playoffs.
start, but I don't think I think a 42-10 loss, as much as it hurts, would be a wake up call. It might be a wake up call to us too. It's like, oh, maybe they are just a 10-7. You know what I mean? 9-8 team. But I think it'd be. I'm not saying I want that. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I want them to win 42-10. Smack them in the face. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Yeah.
what
hell
you-
yeah.
Sports.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like, man, it's a tough that's tough because, like I said, their defense is so young. But I understand, you got to hope that you match up well against them, and that's kind of your measuring stick. But
Yeah.
on the flip side, it's week 1 too. I don't know.
It's
We'll
not a
see.
make or break situation.
Right.
I'm just so ready to go, and I believe so hard that like they have the guys, they have the staff to make it happen soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, we all feel that way.
Right.
And so if I'm going to put them in my mind at a level where they can actually compete for a Super Bowl, I want to see them at the same point in time as the Super Bowl champs. It's not just our week 1, it's their week 1 too. To go in there and at least have the game.
We've never been good.
We haven't. We have been good. We've been good.
I know.
We haven't been great.
I mean, they've been good consecutively for the last 5-6 years. You keep going.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they have been. But that's where we're trying to be.
Yeah, I know.
And a lot of us and a lot of people are putting them up there in an area to where they should be at least division champs, at least hosting a playoff game, probably in the NFC Championship game. If you're there, you shouldn't be getting blown out. It happens.
Change your mind.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
42-21.
Depends how it looks.
Does that make it?
like is it like 35-21 with like 4 minutes to go? And it's pretty much.
Oh, and then they score like a quick 10 at the last.
Or
that feels like that hurts more because it's like they just put up a quick 10 to put us to bed.
Well,
I don't.
We won't know.
I see what you're saying. They should
quick 10 to put us to bed.
They should compete. You're absolutely right. They should. Compete.
No, I
really show
agree.
where they're at.
If we want to see them in the light that we've been painting them in, and the national media is starting to paint them in,
for sure,
then they should be there. And if not, then they're not, and that's fine too. But let's, I'm trying to reel in my own expectations, maybe as much as anything else. So if I see them get blown out, I'll be like, okay, now I guess we're just 16-1. So
we can win the other ones. This was the one I wasn't sure about.
I agree with what you're saying, and I agree with what Dean's saying. As far as I also think, if they do get blown out, I think that's a wake up call. If anything, I think with the coaching staff and the way the culture is now, I don't see how they don't develop. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. Like if you're wanting to be there, show it.
Yeah.
You have the stage, show it. So
I mean, that's the NFL put them on.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. They expect you to put on
it is the time
game.
Like you guys saying you're something. This is it.
I don't know if we ever said that. I think the media started that. now we're getting no, so you guys want opening night now, huh? We're like, whoa.
We believe in these guys.
We wanted to play.
They can win this freaking game.
They
can win this freaking game.
I agree.
Put me in front of Kelsey, bro. Put me in front of Kelsey. I'll slow him down. Yeah,
with my right shoulder, not my left shoulder.
Half a second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
Stop him right in his tracks every time.
Stop him right in his tracks for nearly a quarter of a second.
For sure, and then he'll
break that AC joint too, and then I'll be done. And that'll be it.
Then you use your speed to catch up. Coverage. He gets a little away from you, but you have that makeup speed, that recovery speed.
Dude, I got that makeup speed. You kidding me?
35-year-old rookie.
I was
better have a good arm.
Alma and Olivet. Okay. Come on, where was he recruited? Let's be real.
That's
all right, so we're about out of time, but I wanted to do one more segment that I didn't tell you guys about. That's completely not sports, and you're just gonna have to answer it.
Keep it in your pants, man. All right, we.
Yeah, I already told you 4 inches.
Come on, dude.
11 inches combined on the top.
Let me show you a segment.
On the 3. Tell you what, I hit the 4.
This is the tape measure segment.
How small can you actually get it?
Are we measuring from the top or? That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Am I allowed to push in through my fat or?
BDE Sportscast. Sports Talk.
Right up there, brother.
Oh,
Right
good
up
point.
there.
You nailed it.
I knew.
Okay.
I felt it.
Just off the top of the dome. This or that. Ready? Having a supermodel knowing that she'll leave you, or a girl with a great personality, but she's a 3. And you can.
Could you say that again?
Okay. You either get to date a supermodel,
okay,
knowing that she's going to leave you eventually, or you get with a girl who has a great personality, but she's a 3. And a 3 can be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't matter. There's no specific. It's whatever you want it to be.
That was my question. It's like, what kind of 3?
3 is a 3.
Personality chick, 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, right, Dean. Yeah, right. You ain't
there's no way.
No 3.
There's no freaking way, dude.
No way.
There's no way.
Liar.
There's no way.
Liar.
What?
I've already gone down the supermodel road, so it's like,
yeah.
I'm still.
I've already done
stretching
that.
my legs along this road,
and I already know that they're gonna leave me. So
I feel you there.
I go with the supermodel because I know she'll leave me. I like my alone time. So
I love you.
I don't know, dude. If they were both standing in front of me right now, I can't say that I would pick the 3 personality.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's fair.
I mean, come on, dude. You better tell me a damn good joke.
Have some good ones lined up. Because she's not talking and she's winning. So
she is crushing it right now. I'm not saying a word. That personality better be shining. That's terrible.
Oh my gosh, this is recorded.
Hey, I never said what a 3 is. It's just whatever you think a 3 is.
Just if I had to pick without seeing anything, nobody in front of me right at this second, personality 3, no question.
Okay.
For sure. With no visuals. And do they get to keep the paperback on, or
it's not a -3. Dear Lord.
All right.
No, I do agree though, with no visual or anything right now.
Okay. All right. If you had to take one thing off and you'd never eat it again, pizza or cheeseburger on the grill?
Ooh. Cheeseburger.
Yeah. One thing, never have it again.
That's very specific, right?
Yeah.
So cheeseburger on the grill.
On the grill. Yep.
Okay. Yep. I'll lose that. No, I keep.
I see what you're doing there. Yeah, all right.
I make a damn good burger in a.
I was gonna say I actually prefer burgers on the stove, so cooking on the stove, cast iron or whatever.
Yeah, cast iron grill, skillet.
And that's
not prefer. I don't prefer them. I'm just mean like I know I can make a really good burger on like a flat top or fucking like.
And I know I can make one better than that.
I bet.
No, I will. I'm gonna bring my cast iron skillet.
Our other YouTube channel, grill it with the sleepers.
Check out our other YouTube channel. It's comparing who makes better food.
Dude, I made some Buckeye brownies
mm-hmm.
over the weekend.
I'll never eat
Man.
them.
Dude, we got to
So
get into some
blue.
of that next time.
Yes.
The schedule. Oh,
Yep.
I got some real thoughts.
Nice.
I got some real thoughts on the Big Ten schedule, and I'll just say Kevin Warren is a piece of trash. And anybody could go on ESPN and read the articles about it now. But he's a piece of trash. And I felt that anyway because he left for the Bears. He left the Big Ten to work for the Bears. So that automatically makes you trash.
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 But yeah, no, there's some serious thoughts about that. Michigan and Michigan State, obviously. Big things there. But I'll be interested to get into that.
All right. The Tilt-a-whirl or Gravitron?
Gravitron.
Tilt-a-whirl for sure. Or the Scrambler.
Oh, hold on.
I'm thinking Scrambler. I'm thinking of the Scrambler.
You have to ride one. The Tilt-a-whirl or the Scrambler.
Am I by myself?
Yes.
Tilt-a-whirl.
Oh,
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Because
Gravitron.
You don't have to tilt you.
Exactly. I don't have to spin it on my own.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you get on the Gravitron, you're just hanging upside down.
The last time I went to the fair, I think I had to ride that 3 times with John. Dude, by the 3rd time, I'm like, I just can't. I can't do it again. I can't do the Gravitron again. I'm out, man. I couldn't do it. I'm like, there's always a hole, in the Gravitron where you can see outside.
Yeah.
There's always every Gravitron has
someone missed
creaky asshole.
Someone missed a hole
that they'll never repair. That's just up there in the corner that you can see, and you can see the world spinning outside of the Gravitron.
Oh.
I don't remember the 3rd time. I think I had to close my eyes or just focus on like the DJ in the middle. The weird freaking carny DJ who's playing freaking Fleetwood Mac and Kanye. It's like, dude, you're tripping me out right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even on anything, and you're tripping me out right now. I don't know. I can't handle the Gravitron anymore.
I hear you. For me, it'd be I'd get on the Tilt-a-whirl because you don't have to twirl yourself.
Okay, does it change if you have a massive 13-year-old boy who will spin it like a monster?
Yeah.
On heroin.
Yes.
Now, what do you choose?
I'm on the Gravitron for sure, or else I'm puking.
Yeah.
So okay, Wedding Crashers or I Love You Man?
You want to go first on this one, Dean?
Wedding Crashers.
Mm.
You thought I'd pick I Love You Man?
Yeah.
If you would have said Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I would have picked Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
So you're saying I Love You Man is low on your list?
No.
Because you just picked Wedding Crasher. Like, if you had chosen this movie, I would have chosen that one also.
Well, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is literally one of my favorite movies ever.
It is.
Literally.
I
would go Wedding Crashers too.
Wedding Crashers.
I would go Wedding Crashers, yeah. I mean, that's just a classic, dude. I mean, that's right in our time. Didn't we see it in theaters? Dude, I remember just like dying watching that in theaters for the first time. Like, I just could not contain myself.
That was great. I remember yelling at Mom Meatloaf for like days, weeks.
She still says it.
She's like, Bill Meatloaf. All right, 2 more. You either can have a hole-in-one in your lifetime or shoot around below par.
That's easy. Below par. Kidding me?
Here's the thing. If I shoot one round below par, I'm going to want to do that again.
Exactly.
Now, the hole-in-one I know is probably never going to happen again. And I'm okay with that. They ever go with the hole-in-one. Because I don't mind being a terrible golfer. Even just for the proof of the below par. I mean, that would be sick, though. I'd be like, yeah, I shot a 71.
Oh,
You always bring it up every round. Like,
until you shoot a 120 and everybody's like, sure you did, dude.
Yeah. 2 years ago, I shot below par. You gotta have You gotta have witnesses. Just like you and Woj were there when I chunked the green.
Oh, that was sweet.
And then, but I shot a 39.
You did
a legitimate 39. I probably took a penalty stroke due to the green situation, but I didn't count that.
That's okay.
I was very angry with the green. And I wasn't even attacking the green. I was just gonna smoke the ball.
Yeah.
And I just chunked the green hard.
I thought you threw your club.
No, I did throw my club. no, I was going to smoke the ball, and I freaking chunked the green. I threw my club later on, probably the next hole.
But didn't you hit
on my way to a 39?
Didn't you hit the hole and rip the hole up a little bit though? And then the guy came around.
I didn't hit the hole.
You guys see? Oh, I thought
no. It was just one big divot in the green, like big. Full. I mean, the whole head of the putter went in. Yeah. Like it messed up that part of the green for sure. Not my proudest moment. I got a lot of those.
I'd go with shooting under par. Only because that 18 holes will be some of the most glorious golf you'll ever play in your life. For sure.
If you could
you're just like, oh my God.
Can I choose
what is happening to me?
Can I choose when I hit the hole in one? Like, can I join a scramble? And then I'm like, oh, look at this par 3 here. For 10 grand? Who would have thought?
No. Oh my.
Hole in one card. Now.
But man, just 18 holes of just pure wonderful golf.
Couldn't imagine a much better day.
Man. Get out of there.
But I couldn't imagine a more miserable next time out.
Oh, yeah. For sure. For sure. I'm back shooting 99, 102. Sweet.
That day's worth it.
It is. All right, last one. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I would have framed that card and put it next to like my kids' stuff.
They're like, sure you did, bud.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm sure that was a legit 71.
Wouldn't care.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't care.
I know it was real.
It was. It happened.
Yeah. It happened.
Yeah. So, all right, last one. You have to get one of these. A Lenny Kravitz nose ring or a Batista original stomach tattoo.
Oh man.
You have to get one either on your nose or right on the belly button, buddy.
Well, that's easy too. That's easy too.
The sun tattoo. And then you wear crop tops on a regular basis.
Dude, it's the nose ring. You take it out whenever.
Yeah, you can take that out whenever.
Oh man. I just couldn't imagine you with a nose.
What do you mean you don't want the permanent?
You don't want the
I don't want the lifetime sun tat, bro.
No, you got to keep the nose ring in. There's no taking it
off.
off.
Okay. Well, you didn't say that.
Oh, sorry.
I got to keep that in forever?
Yes.
Okay, then the tattoo.
No infections. No, nothing like that. You just have to keep it in.
You can never take this out of your nose.
It's a tat,
dude.
It's
just
a tat then. So I'll be wearing a shirt anyway.
Could you imagine going to the
I
tattoo
rarely get
artist and
asked to
be
pop my
give
top
me
off.
one of these and put it right here, baby.
You just zoom in on Batista's stomach.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's great.
Oh yeah, if I could never take the nose ring out, I'd probably go with the tattoo as well.
Oh.
Give me a reason to get ripped.
Oh,
Yeah, I
How
never
about
get
this?
ripped. It just gets bigger and bigger.
what about this qualifier for the golf question? Nobody
Yeah.
is with you when you shoot under par, but 5 friends are with you when you hit the hole in one.
The hole in one.
I would have, hole in one still.
Hole in one.
If
You have to have someone watch you.
do you get to
It
pick it or is
changes
it
it,
random
yeah.
par 3? Do you
Does
get
it
to
make a
pick when you
difference?
have it?
Or are you going to choose differently?
Well, I'm gonna join a scramble and I'm gonna hit the game.
No, I mean,
I'm
would
gonna
it
win the
make
car,
you change
baby.
your choice between under par and the hole in one?
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah.
Hole in one. It's still hole in one for me.
Well, then from there you can pick whatever fantasy you want, I guess. Where you win $1 million.
That'd be sweet.
It does.
That'd be sweet.
I don't know, dude.
All right, modifier. You have 5 friends that watch you shoot under par, but you also have 5 friends that have to watch you get the Batista stomach tattoo.
That's fine. They're probably gonna see it anyway.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
It'd be so
If I
much.
had-
Honestly, it'd probably be better to have friends there when you got the tattoo because it just make it all funny.
That's true.
If you're down there by yourself getting the sunburn, that's just depressing.
I just
The
want
dude's
one of
gonna be
these.
like, "You really want that right there, huh?" You're like, yeah. Duh.
Then you're like, I'm looking into getting my nipples pierced after this. You know, guy.
Want to get it
want the
changed?
combo.
I want to get the nipple chains down to my taint, if you could.
I really
Try to
think
get
it
the full
compliments the
package.
sun tattoo. Yeah, it really compliments it.
Just make sure the chains don't cover up the tat, please.
Oh man,
See,
All
this is the
right.
content people are asking for.
Hell,
this is.
hell yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, with that said, I think we should end it for today. Thank you guys for listening. Next week, like Eddie said, I think we're going to get into some Michigan State scheduling for football. We'll probably talk some more Lion stuff, maybe throw some Tiger stuff in if they're playing well. And I know the NHL draft's coming up, so Dean, we'll have to start studying up on that.
I'm ready.
The NHL draft?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Oh,
You
yeah.
know the next
Yeah, let's
prospects?
go.
I know them all.
Huh?
I know them all.
You have
All 15
Who's the number
rounds.
one prospect?
big fan of
Pavlov.
that.
Huh? Did you say Paul Walker?
Oh, I said Pavlov. Nikola Pavlov. Pavaskovich. Right?
That's a damn good guess. He's actually he's the number 3 prospect.
He's the number 3 down. I knew it. Dang it.
He's interchangeable.
Was it Radmanovich? Oh, man.
That's awesome. So, all right. Well, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week. And subscribe, hit the like button.
Fire up.
Fire up, Chips. Go blue.
Higher up.
Dean doesn't
Go
say
blue.
green, go white. Yeah,
I said fire up.
that's my squad. We'll get into that next week.
Go green, go white. Let's go. Fire up, baby.
Fire up. All right. See you guys.
Sports talk.
See ya.